Rivalry games aren't always born from trophies. They're born out from schools ascending to new heights at the same time and finding the other guy standing in the way of their ultimate goal. It's time to find out who's going to get run over this time. This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Florida Gators. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, checking in with the Gators head coach before the game. He is so pleased with the way this quarterback is playing. As you know, he was a transfer coming in, and they didn't know what they were getting exactly. But he has become one of the leaders of this team. He has proven that he can carry them. If he keeps playing like this, the sky's the limit. I'll keep you posted on how he's settling in here early to start this game. Guys?
Holly, thank you. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Some misdirection with the counter. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Got a man. It's Matthews. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, gonna throw it. Left side is Staley. Across the 25, he's got room. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Vols are moving quickly down the field. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Under pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Long way to go on second down. The snap sets up to throw. Near the sideline, it's Bishop. The seventh play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. They just keep firing. Right side, it's Matthews. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. Here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. Quick give. It's Pryor. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. These two, which have so much cross-pollination and legendary games in their history, first played in 1916 with the Vols blanking the Gators in Florida. Tennessee actually won the first 10 meetings, with Florida not getting a W in the series until 1954.
And there was a period of time, Reese, in this rivalry that the game not only had SEC championship implications, but national championship implications too. You think back to the heyday of this rivalry in the late 90s. Danny Werfel going up against Peyton Manning. We played the Vols, and we had games that were won in overtime. We had games that went down to 2-minute drives. There was so much NFL talent on the field, and it was such a competitive and physical game every single year.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Going long. And they will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
Offense in a bunch formation. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Out wide right, it's Brown. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And man coverage coverage, when they get up in your face and they make things hard, you want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
They've pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Caught behind the line. It's ball. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Right side, it's Wilson. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Singleton. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. RPO complete. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. As we take a look at the stats, things are a little one-sided so far. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. Handoff for Ball. Across the 10. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Florida. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, two great vol running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses and some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
Drops back on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, there's something you don't see very often. The quarterback overthrowing that guy with his type of speed. There aren't a lot of dudes that have the arm talent to overthrow him, but somehow we just saw it happen right there.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking to throw. In traffic, it's Staley. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that. Right after the catch, make guys miss, make beautiful plays.
And the Vols with the 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wants to keep it in the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. They're all over it. And he'll just get rid of that one.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking for room. It's Pryor. Got the 1st down. At the 35, he's loose. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football, and now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
The Gators will try to move the chains on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Looking for the score. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
They'll run the counter. Just smothered on the play. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys, to use their speed against them.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. In the backfield, it's Ball. Could not make his way to the corner.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Swats it away. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Brown. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. back in motion, try to clear the picture. He wants to throw it again. Got rid of it just in time. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quarterback changing the play. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Out wide left, it's Pryor. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Touchdown, Gators! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're up 14 to 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. First play of this drive. And he gets rid of it.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Left side, it's Davis. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Lets it fly. He's got it way down the field. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Volunteers want to pick up the tempo. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Oh, pressure's coming. Intercepted deep in his own end. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just under half a minute to go before the break. They'll take over 1st and 10. Snap wants to throw to start this drive. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds. The Vols will now use their final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Fields the punt. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Quarterback empties his backfield. These corners backing off a bit. Fresh set of downs going up top. Gonna let it fly. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 3 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Longhorns getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. They now sit at a sterling 5-0 on the season, keeping their unbeaten streak going. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Pac-12 Conference.
Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain. Might as well run him again. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Hands it off. Hard running there. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. Looking for room at the 40. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On 3rd down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
Now he's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. The Gators go back to work after moving the chains through the air. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Wants to throw one first. Look out! He's got it. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
He'll do it himself. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. And the Gators moving quickly to the line. Straight ahead, it's Pryor. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
Here's Jaden one more time. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
If first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat, use the extra blocker. On the snap, it's Ball. He will not get there as the defense stopped him again.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you're looking for from the defense. You're expecting runs, 2nd and goal. Got to find a way. You can't give an inch. This part of the field, this yards marker right here, you've got to be physical. Nice job by the defense winning that 2nd down.
They weren't able to move them an inch on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Davis. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Taking down at the 49. And that's good enough for first down.
And the Volunteers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Snap on first down, wants to throw. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And talk about being impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Drops back on first down. Throws to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
On first down from the 13-yard line. Running the red zone. It's ball. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow. They don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill. Go get the running back. Get a tackle for a loss.
Back to pass on second down. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense in press coverage. Fresh center downs going to the air. Throws for the tight end. Between the hashes, it's Davis. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Bishop. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. The Vols headed quickly to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. Going to the run, it's Bishop. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. This time they'll throw it. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. He wants it all. can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. From the gun. Fires to the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. The Gators, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Running inside, it's Pryor. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He fires one deep over the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Gators will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Searching for space. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Wants to throw one first. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
2nd down to the air. Looking left. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Here's a give the ball. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. So it's now 1st and 20 after that holding call. Looking for a gap. It's Ball. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
It's good. Easy call for the ref. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Gonna take a shot. Reels it in down the left side. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the 4th quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Needs it here on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses,